The 28th annual Ironstone Concourse d'Elegance took place on a steamy Saturday afternoon in Murphy's. I'm Jason Currier with the Calaveras Enterprise in Sierra Lodestar, and the annual Antique and Classic Car Show took place at the Ironstone Vineyards, with the victorious cars driving across the main stage of the amphitheater. I was not expecting to see those cars actually literally driving across the main stage of that amphitheater. It was quite impressive. Concours d'Elegance also featured over 300 antique and classic cars, as well as vintage trailers and motorcycles. More than 3,000 visitors took on the beauty of the show, that also featured an antique race car contest that delighted the crowd in spite of the dust. One of those onlookers had the good fortune of actually getting to take a couple laps around the track thanks to a donation that she and her husband had made to 4-H.
You don't get mud in your mouth?
Right? Gary, I love that. I overheard that.
Yeah. Oh, you did?
I did.
I was like, oh,
hi.
Okay. Oh, that was so awesome.
How cool.
Oh.
What a neat experience.
It's just so powerful, and you really don't know that
Don't realize it when you're in it, right?
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
I bet it was pretty intense going around that turn.
The turn, it was when he started to slide, but when we hit the first mud hole, I was just like, boom, and he goes, oh, there's a little mud. Yeah, there is. But you know what? It is worth every piece of mud on your body.
How cool.
Yeah, tell you what, that takes care of everything on my bucket list.
Yeah. Very good.
Just
excellent.
Yeah.
Kicking off the event was Cars and Stars on Friday evening, September the 27th, that included wine tasting from local vineyards, food, and a live auction. Here now is the video. I got some of the actual race itself, the vintage car race, and I also walked through the main show, and at the end I stuck around for so long that I actually got a lot of the cars as they were leaving the event. So you get to see a lot of the cars actually moving, so you get to see them in action. Thanks you guys for watching. If you could please give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click that little notification bell to receive notification when we post our new stuff. Thanks you guys.
Of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And for the 4-H pledge, we have Kira Davenport.
May I adjust this? Yeah. As a true 4-H'er, I pledge my head to clear thinking, my heart to greater loyalty, my hands for larger service, my health to better living, for my club, my community, my country, and my world. Thank you.
And for the FFA Creed, we have Paisley Lusk.
The FFA Creed by E.M. Tiffany. I believe in the future of agriculture, with a faith born not of words, but of deeds. Achievements won by the present and past generations of agriculturists, and the promise of better days through better ways. Even as the better things we now enjoy have come to us from the struggles of former years. I believe that to live and work on a good farm or to be engaged in other agricultural pursuits is pleasant as well as challenging, for I know the joys and discomforts of agricultural life and hold an inborn fondness for those associations which, even in hours of discouragement, I cannot deny. I believe in leadership from ourselves and respect from others. I believe in my own ability to work efficiently and think clearly with such knowledge and skill as I can secure, and in the ability of progressive agriculturists to serve our own and the public interest in producing and marketing the product of our toil. I believe in less dependence on begging and more power in bargaining, and the life abundant and enough honest wealth to help make it so for others as well as myself, and less need for charity and more of it when needed, and being happy myself and playing square with those whose happiness depends upon me. I believe that American agriculture can and will hold true to the best traditions of our national life, and that I can exert an influence in my home and community which will stand solid for my part in that inspiring task. Thank you.
We're all ready? You're all ready? You've been ready? Here we go. Crank it over. One last check in Beauregard's car. Here we go. And it started. Big round of applause. Bring them, Beauregard. Green flag. The next to the track. Away we go. They plugged up my fuel line too, so I don't have enough fuel to get around the track. Oh no, well here they come. Which one do you think did that? I'm not sure. We'll find out. I think you're in the middle of the racing line. Beauregard is clear. Race official, are you ready to start the race? Here we go. They're forming up. And the green flag is waving. Go ahead and give them a round of applause, folks. Number 19 is waving goodbye to the Pikes Peak winner. There's some heated racing on the backstretch between 16 and 20. Can you imagine going even 20 miles an hour in these cars, much less at the death-defying speeds that they're achieving out here on the track today? Making pretty good headway. Yellow flag on the back stretch. And a hand up, a hand waving, letting everyone know that there is a car disabled on the track. And a yellow flag on the front stretch. But the race goes on between 19 and 20. Which is your favorite, folks? How many for 19? How many for number 20? Well, Tony's coming around on the outside. He's not sitting on the backstretch. Flying down the front is the Remy Magneto. And the bird dog. Here comes your car. Give him a big round of applause as he comes by. right line. We have 2 casualties on the track with a yellow flag out. 20 has gapped the field. All the way from 1912 is when it raced. That is a 1911 car. And there is a heated race for 2nd and 3rd place. Number 20 is looking like it might even lap a couple of cars. We're made for getting them out and driving them in the dirt. If they can take these priceless cars out here and get them dusty, you can too, folks. And now you have the opportunity to get your picture taken with the cars. How was it out there? It was great. Once I saw the zoom out, the car broke down. We got off the track, that opened up the beginning, and thank you for surely risking life and limbs to get this out on the track. And sir, I think you may have a few more words in English for us. How does it feel to win the 2024 Ironstone Cup?
Well, since I beat Beauregard, I feel really good.
Right,
It's campaign time.
outstanding. Excellent race, a commanding lead, some brave moves out there. Well, I think this discussion is best be held over beers later tonight. So thank you so much for coming out. Again, if you want pictures taken with the cars, please go over to the gate over here and see the fine folks in the FFA uniforms right here with their hand up. And thank you so much for coming out and enjoying the day with us. A big round of applause as you leave for the Ragtime Racers.
Yeah. The yellow car. Just wet it down. We gotta get that one out. Reverse didn't work very good on that. Just push you back. I'm going to go for first. Absolutely. I told Big I didn't show up to run around the back.
Our first date, I took her cross country. Welcome to the country life. If that didn't scare her off, nothing would.
Not nice, huh? Because he's in
That was her deal.
You know what, bro?
See that gate right there?
I have my hands full.
Here, give me it. You go take pictures.
I got you.
No brakes.
Yeah, this whole race.
I felt pregnant. Oh, yeah.
The first year we did it, we had the track too wet, and my dad went and saw it like but it was straight up over there, like not here.
You can sit in this car you want. You want to sit in this car?
But I want to ride.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
I thought they were just going to kind of go along. I brought extra ones. Yeah, it's really dripping.
Oh no, we hit that mud part and it just
started power sliding the corner.
and he goes, you might want to keep your mouth shut.
Oh yeah, after the fact.
That's the one that was
Yeah,
having
pretty
the
bite.
the first Indianapolis.
That's hilarious. But you had to keep pumping. He said every time it hits the tree, you keep pumping. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, we have a 60. It's hard to get into it. Those big drives. Yeah.
And we know nothing about your car, but thank you.
I'm Vicky. What's your name? Hi, Al.
came on the car. I don't think it's direct to the car because it doesn't fit. The base doesn't fit right. But when we bought the car,
It was probably more like that one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. In fact, that's got
It's been a while. Hey.
Is it mine?
Are you going to drink it?
Go ahead.
Has to do with, I think that'll affect it. If it was out, you know, the UV.
Affect what?
Affect the cover and, you know,
They do
attack
like
it.
in a booth. It's like a little.
I know, but I mean, after it's done, I know yours is under the hood. Yeah, that's really nice. Huh. All right, so that just cat plated sprout. If Trump gets elected, it's going to be just like the last time he was in office, only worse. Look at here. Well, I think fighting him and cheating on him.
Oh yeah, the people
lying.
So that was
That was a good group of people this morning, wasn't it?
Mr. Smith.
Hi.
Have you met T, Mr. Smith?
Hi, how are you? What a great group. I mean, nice. Everybody was fucking bitching. You're right. Right. And I paid him back. So
No, you didn't.
We're done.
I'm going to
So,
ask him.
No, I did. So that was.
They are. They are. Well, they can be. You can just say whatever way.
Yeah, you can make it.
Yeah. You can make it to any height. Because those tables actually, those are the shortest legs for that table. So like 4 different heights. But they can literally be like higher. You know, kind of. You should have a drink. And those sticks and twigs, and suddenly they see a wheelchair and they go, oh, I'll sit there. Did they start now?
You never moved this?
Yeah.
By 3 o'clock, I'm done, and I go. So, you can kiss my butt. And I'm not the best dude about this whole routine. He didn't know how to handle that. You know, I just said it's all in the fun. You're right.
Probably up to the garbage.
I give you credit, my friend, because I looked at your
And ready to leave.
That was a long time ago.
That's what I was just looking at. I was just there's some.
And confidence to do that with a brush.
No. No.
Go.
Go?
And I mistook you when you said the 12.
Well, that was the next step. Yeah. I remember when I first connected with you, I said you were better. It's just new cars,
Yeah, sideways. If you get all over it,
She's a beauty, isn't she?
Huh?
It's pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Thank God for that, you know.
Next up is our Class B Vintage 1925 to 1942. And this is car number 4, owned by Lynn James from Tracy, California, 1933 Chevrolet coach. Word is on this coach, they have put very many miles on it, tens of thousands of miles on this restoration. It's not only a show car, but gets driven and gets used. Big round of applause for Lynn James from Tracy, California. Next up is Class C, American and European Classics Open. And this car is owned by the San Francisco Academy of Art. It is a 1933 Chrysler LeBaron Imperial Phaeton. And this car is part of the collection at the Academy of Art. They have a art design or car design program there, and the students can look at cars like this and others in the in the collection and draw inspiration. And I think if they're drawing inspiration from a car as beautiful as this, they're getting some pretty good designs coming out the other end. So big round of applause for the 1933 Chrysler Imperial LeBaron Phaeton. Next up is Class D, American and European Classics Closed. And this is car number 4, a 1941 Lincoln Continental Coupe of Ev and Gus Young from Carson City, Nevada. And Ev has said this was his dream car when he was a teenager back in the day, and finally recently acquired one, is having a great time with it, and we're glad to honor him and the car with it here today. Big round of applause for the 1941 Continental Coupe. Next up is Class E, Pierce Arrow. The winner is Scott Hensington from Salinas, California, and a 1920 Pierce Arrow Series 51 7-passenger touring. An absolutely beautiful car. This car was originally sold in Los Angeles, California. Is been redone cosmetically a couple times, but is all basically original underneath, and a very great car. Nice open car, fantastic. Thank you so much for bringing it. Next up is Class F, Packard. An absolutely stunning car from Rod Hillardes from Visalia, California, a 1931 convertible Victoria. This car was originally sold new in Uruguay, so it has had a very, very storied history, an extraordinarily beautiful car, stunning restoration, stunning design. Thank you so much for bringing this car. Beautiful, beautiful car. Big round of applause. Next up is Class G, one of our special classes, a Cadillac tail fin era. And what is the iconic Cadillac with tail fins? It is the 1959 Cadillac Eldorado Baritz convertible from Larry Camoso and Kirk Wentland from San Jose. And this color is Persian sand. That is probably one of the prettiest colors ever to go on a Cadillac. It is absolutely beautiful. Big round of applause for a very, very special car. Next up is Class H, wood-bodied cars. And Eric Borg brought this from Oxnard, California. It is a 1930 Franklin 6 Cantrell station wagon. Interesting note on the Franklins, they are air-cooled cars. This is an inline engine, air-cooled. Fantastic, very robust engine, very robust car with a fairly rare body style on it, presented beautifully here today. Thank you. Very big round of applause. Thank you so much. Next up is our Class J, one of our special display classes of Volkswagen in the stock category. And this is a very, very interesting car. Mark Merrill brought this from Atherton, California. It is a 1953 Dannenauer Strauss Cabriolet. This is a custom coachwork VW. You don't hear that too often, but back in the day, custom coachworks workers did build bodies for VWs. At the time, a Porsche was 4,000 Deutschmarks. This was 8,000 Deutschmarks. So it was a very, very special car, very pricey and very beautiful, very rare. Thank you so much for bringing it. Next up in Volkswagen Modified is a 1958 Beetle from Lee and Nicole Bushaw from Roseville, California. What a great representation of a modified Volkswagen. Great look, big meaty tires, nice wheels, excellent paint job, well done. Just shows that what you can do with a Volkswagen from classy to racy. Thanks so much for bringing it. Very well shown. Class K, unrestored to 1954, is one of the more unique vehicles you're ever going to see. It is a 1926 Monotrace. This is a bodied motorcycle. It has outrigger wheels, it has a proprietary engine, and it is brought to us by John Munson from Elk Grove, California. very unique, very rare, presented in largely unrestored condition and running and driving, and I'm glad he's driving it and not me, because that looks terrifying. Thanks so much for bringing it. Next up is Class L, unrestored, 1955 to 1973, and Ralph Lux from Fair Oaks, California, brings his 1969 Camaro. Beautiful car, outstanding. Thank you so much for bringing it. Next up is Class M, AMC, Nash, and Hudson to 1956. A very, very cool class up there in the shade with some beautifully designed cars. And winner of the class is Mary and Peter Steinert from Sacramento, California, with their 1956 Ambassador Sprint. Great color combination, outlandish design, beautiful car, something you don't see too often, and very well presented here. Thank you so much for bringing it. Big round of applause. Next up is Class M1 AMC Late, and it is a 1966 AMC Marlin from Bob McNewer from Oregon City, Oregon. Great design, a very unique style with this beautiful roof, derived almost directly from the Tarpon prototype car, made it to production with something that wasn't seen on the market at all, and well presented here today. Thanks so much for bringing it. Next up is Class N, American production, 1946 to 1954. And the winner is John Berg from Oroville, California, and his 1948 Willis model CJ2 flat fender Jeep. Beautifully restored, outstanding vehicle, about one of the most rugged vehicles you're going to see on the field today. Thank you so much. Next up is Class O, American production, 1955 through 1961, and the winner is a 1956 Ford Victoria, owned by Paul and Sharon Cuff from Angels Camp, California. Beautiful car, stunning in black and white, with just about every option you'd ever want on the car. Stone guards, Continental kit, just an absolutely over-the-top car, beautifully done. And probably more chrome on the inside than on the outside, and that's hard to do. So, thanks so much. Next up is Class P, American production, 1962 to 1965. The winner is Robert Brown from Tracy in his 1963 Imperial convertible. Beautiful, beautiful car. This was the top of the line, its own brand at the time of Imperial, made by Chrysler. Just in any way that they could try to outdo the competition, they did, and the evidence is clear. They certainly did. Beautiful car, fantastic to drive down the road, like driving your living room, and gets about the same gas mileage. Yes. So, so thank you so much. Gorgeous car. Next up is Class P1, American production, 1966 to 1967. The winners are Larry and Linda Teenman from Forest Hill and their 1967 Chevy Camaro. This is an original owner car. They bought this car new, put about 25,000 miles on it in the very first year. It currently has about 190,000 miles on it, and they're still racking them up. And so that deserves a very big round of applause. That's what it's all about, is enjoying them and driving them. Thank you so much. Next up, Class P2, Chevrolet Corvair. And winner is Scott Mickelson from Sacramento, California, with his 1962 Corvair Monza wagon. Outstanding. very unique design, something that Chevy did to kind of counter. We featured VW. They came in with the flat air-cooled 4. Chevy came out not long after with the flat air-cooled 6 and made a wide variety of cars with it. Even this great station wagon body design, very useful and a lot of fun to drive. Thank you so much. Next up is Class Q, American Muscle Car through 1968. The winner is Randy Lindholm from Shaver Lake with his 1966 Pontiac GTO convertible. Just about the quintessential idea of a muscle car with top-down cruising and be able to smoke the tires and a trunk you can put 12 of your friends in. Yeah. Next up is Class Q1, American Muscle Cars, 1969 to 1973, and nothing quite says American muscle car like a Hemi Cuda, and Ralph Murphy from Oakdale, California brought his 1971 Plymouth Hemi Cuda to take the win in this class. In case there's any question, the badge on the side of the car does answer, yes, it does have a Hemi in it. And that was quite the thing to advertise when you were on the streets back in the day, going from stoplight to stoplight. Thank you so much. Next up is Class Q2, Chevrolet Corvette. The winners are Larry and Suzel, I'm going to mispronounce this, Jonenaber, and their 1962 Corvette in beautiful white with red interior. Just a fantastic combination, very well presented car, absolutely gorgeous.
It was a really nice day.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Next up is Class R, post-war European, British, and Japanese through 1973. And an iconic car, the 1967 Sunbeam Tiger from Jeffrey Kaiser from Standard. Beautiful in British racing green with stripes and a potent V8 under the hood. Now in Class 2R, Jaguar automobiles. First in class is Charles Herrick from San Ramon, California, in his 1952 XK120 OTS. Absolutely stunning car, painted wire wheels, just like it would have been back in the day. A true sports car. 250 with a Surrey top on it. This is a very neat addition that you could order, and predated the Porsche Targa, and was a fun way for some open top driving. Next up, Class R6, Morgan Automobiles. Richard and Melanie Smith from Fremont, California, in their 1963 Morgan +4 Roadster. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Next up is Class S, Ford Model A. The winner is Edward Rodriguez from Auburn, California, in a 1931 Ford Model A sedan, town sedan. Sticking with Ford manufacturer, Class T is Ford Thunderbird. And Nick Vahoric from San Leandro, California, and a 1955 Ford Thunderbird presented in stunning yellow. Absolutely beautiful. Ford received a Ferrari from Enzo Ferrari, a great design car. He put it in the design studio and tasked the builders to come up with the American version of it, and out came the Thunderbird. A lot of the same design cues you can see from that car on the Thunderbird. Next up is Vintage Commercial up to 1973, and Bob Curry from Greenwood in his 1946 International pickup truck. When you look up in the dictionary the term agricultural, boy, there's a picture of an international pickup truck in it. Wait right there. Yeah, you got to make sure the brakes work. Thank you very much. Class V, vintage motorcycles. Jim and Marie Willett from Lodi, California, and a 1967 BMW R69 Sport. This is a fairly rare model from the more familiar R69S. This was a little bit less finicky of a motorcycle. The S was tweaked up kind of high. This was a better running and better performing motorcycle, and more rarely seen. Another very rare vehicle crossing the block here is a 1967 Di Tommaso Mangusta Greg Taylor from Burlingame, California, with very unique gull wing access to the rear of the car. Beautiful design, a little bit of engineering challenge to it though to get it running today, and well presented. Thank you so much for getting it bump started and getting it down here. We're now moving on to our specialty awards, and this one is presented by Hagerty, one of our sponsors here, and Hagerty representative Seth Owen gets to pick and present this award, and he picked the 1926 Monotrace Torpedo from John Munson at Elk Grove, California. Very unique vehicle, worthy of recognition many times over. So a very good pick from Hagerty. Thank you so much, Seth. Couple vehicles that couldn't be brought up across the stage but are still receiving their awards is Class W, Vintage Trailers and Campers. The winner is Barbara Cohn from Mariposa and her 1939 home-built Teardrop. Fantastic display up on the field there, all done up with all the accoutrement, all the accessories. Outstanding. Thank you so much for bringing that, and even a period correct uniform and a 48 star flag to go with the date of the trailer. Your award here, outstanding presentation all the way around. Big round of applause. And a vehicle that definitely couldn't make it up across here is Class Z, the stationary engines and tractors, and the winner is Michael Verna from Orangeville, California, and his 1935 Ellerac Model E. Outstanding. If you get a chance, go down and check those out. Very cool to hear them chugging along, and thank you for bringing that to us. Next up is the FFA Award, presented to Mark Merrill and his 1953 Volkswagen Romesh four-door taxi. Now this Romesh was a coach builder. They took VW pans, stretched them 7 inches, flipped the doors around, made suicide doors on the back, and decided to make these taxis for service in Germany. About 30 of them were made, give or take. There's about 2 of them in America. There's rumors of a 3rd, but we know we can verify 2, and one of them was here today. Absolutely one of the rarest vehicles you're going to see here. Big round of applause for bringing this out from a very well-known VW collector. Next up is the 4-H Award. And Larry Ayers from Vallejo, California, and his 1930 Morgan Superhero comes up. This is a race car, and from what I've been told, this car holds the record at Brooklands Racetrack. Is that correct? And will not be broken because you can't race at Brooklands anymore. So it holds a record there that will never be broken. A presentation of the 4-H Award for the fantastic vehicle. Big round of applause. Next one of our special awards is in honor of a dear friend of ours, Martin Swig, who has since passed on, but had a great passion for cars, driving them, racing them, and friends of his all here have picked the Singleton collection and their 1914 Mercer 35J runabout from Costa Mesa, California. A new collection, great owners. They drove this car yesterday on the tour with some challenges, but that's what it's all about, and that's what Martin would have liked, the grit to get out there and drive a car like this on the road. Thank you so much. Thank you for bringing it. A very special car and well deserved. The next special award is the Ironstone Sponsors Award, and this goes to the Reno National Auto Museum's 1933 Cadillac 452C Fleetwood all-weather Phaeton. Beautiful car. If you get a chance, do visit the National Auto Museum up in Reno. It is a gorgeous collection, a very good museum, and excellent docents, excellent cars. Thank you so much for bringing it down. Next up is the Ironstone Foundation Award, and it goes to Scott Henningson from Salinas and his 1920 Pierce Arrow Aries 51 7-passenger touring car. Thank you so much. Big round of applause. A class that I love to see is the best unrestored car. They say it's only original once. Yeah, anybody can tear a car down and restore it and paint it over and over again, but to keep a car original and keep it running and keep it going is a task of love. And the award goes to Bob Jacobson from Los Altos, California, and his 1922 Stutz 4-passenger Speedster. Excellent car, beautiful patina on the car, and the best part about it is if you get a scratch in it, you can say, oh, that's been there since 1932. Yeah. We're moving into the final awards and our most elegant awards. The first one is Most Elegant Closed Car from Michael Grieva from Greenfield in his 1939 Packard 1707 V12 Club Sedan. In 1939, it didn't get much better than this. You had reached the top if you had a car like this. And you certainly made a scene when you arrived. Thank you so much for bringing out this beautiful, beautiful car. Big round of applause. The next up is Most Elegant Open Car. And this is from the Academy of Art University in San Francisco, the 1933 Imperial LeBaron. Beautiful, beautiful car, well deserved for Most Elegant in the open category. Thank you so much for bringing it. And once again, thank you all for coming. Give yourselves a great big round of applause for coming, enjoying the day, enjoying some beautiful cars, the art, the design, some friendship. And if we do this again next year, will you come back? Oh, I don't believe you. If we do this again next year, will you come back? We'll do it again next year, and it all culminates with the 2024 Ironstone Best of Show, which goes to Rob Hilardas from Visalia, California, and the 840 Waterhouse Victoria Coupe. Beautiful car. Just an absolute statement car. This is the crown jewel of any collection anywhere in the world, and he brought it here today, and this is our Best of Show winner. A huge round of applause. Thank you so much, Rob. The outstanding car. If I could drive anyone home today, boy, it would be this. And I think he's going to enjoy driving it home. Well, thank you so much for coming. Once again, I'd like to thank the owners, the sponsors, our volunteers, the 4-H and FFA volunteers that are out here today, and thank you for coming. Without you being here, we would be just a bunch of us up here on stage with a couple of cars. You really make the show. You make it come alive. So thank you so much for coming, and we'll see you next year.
Calaveras Enterprise. For all the where's and why's and who's and how's and when's and what you need. In Calaveras County, when you want the lowdown, yeah, the Enterprise is what you want to read to get all the local politics, weather, sports, cops, criminals, and courts, and other sorts of Calaveras news. Get the Calaveras Enterprise delivered to you. 754